So today I am heading to Buc-ee's. Now, typically at lunchtime you could pick up their gas station Buc-ee style barbecue, which sounds odd, but it's really good. But today it's morning time, so it's breakfast tacos. Now, if you see Buc-ee's, you would think, what's the big deal? It's just a gas station. Well, at one point, and they may currently still hold this title, they were said to have the cleanest bathrooms in America. Now, one of the conveniences of Buc-ee's are the copious amounts of gas pumps that are available for the weary Texas traveler. And when you walk into Buc-ee's, you are welcomed with the smell of smoked barbecue, food, an entire section to merchandise, and they don't have your typical gas station eats. I think, if you ask me, it's a step above. Upon entering, you can tell today was a super busy day. Let's see if I can do the best I can here. Now, in the center is where they're chopping and smoking their smoked brisket, meat, turkey, but today it's breakfast tacos. So here they are making fresh brisket tacos. Smells great. And they have a station where they make their own candied roasted nuts, which is amazing. They also have a section for baked goods, pastries, and check this out. They even have a variety of in-house made fudge. And if that doesn't amaze you, the Beaver even has his own merchandise. You can pick up t-shirts, souvenirs. Check this out. They have a wall of world famous jerky. And they have a variety of pickled veggies, eggs. They have barbecue sauces, salsas. I'm gonna pick up some local honey while I'm here. And I can't forget the world famous Beaver nuggets. These are just a candy coated corn puff. And before I forget, the whole reason I'm here are the breakfast tacos. I'm gonna get the Hippo breakfast taco. Whoops, excuse me. Okay, so I'm back. I have the taco, and I'm gonna get into this and show you what it is. So these breakfast tacos, like if I'm traveling on the road, this is a pretty good, this is massive. This is close to a burrito. We got potatoes, which they're potatoes. They carry these Buc-ee's tater tots, so I'm assuming they just throw that in there. Beans, bacon, egg, cheese. I mean, yeah, that's a Texas style breakfast taco. So let's hit it with our hot sauce. Let's take a bite. First bite. So, those eggs are buttery. I appreciate a good buttery scrambled egg. Honestly, this is, I've lived in Texas my entire life. I've been to Buc-ee's, but for whatever reason, the Buc-ee's that every time we hit up Buc-ee's when we're going to San Antonio, like I said, this one is in Katy, Texas. So it's closer than the one in Luling, Texas, which is the one that we frequent when we visit family in San Antonio. We always get the barbecue. A lot of people do. Gas station barbecue. I mean, what could go wrong? But actually, it's really good, by the way. I just went in the morning. And this is a good breakfast taco. I kind of had my doubts. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the tater tots in the breakfast taco. That's just a textural thing. But I can definitely recreate this. I have actually made this combination of ingredients in a breakfast taco. So let's recreate this and have us hit Buc-ee's Hippo style breakfast tacos, which AKA technically, I don't know, this could be anybody's family having this style of breakfast taco. Call it what you want, but here we go. So here's what I'm going to use. I have a very large jalapeno. I do not use the seeds. I don't want it super spicy, but I like the flavor, so I'll just be using, the flesh. I have a handful of grape tomatoes. I have half of a yellow onion, 4 golden potatoes that need to be used, and here is my leftover bacon from yesterday. I'm just gonna chop this up and just fry it up with the hash. It's gonna be really good. I am going to make my flour tortillas. Here I have rendered bacon fat from yesterday's breakfast. I made bacon. I actually reserved half of the bacon, and I also reserved the fat. This is what's going to flavor and be the fat for my dough today. So here I have 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Here I have 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to give that a mix. Now going in with my softened bacon fat, just kind of mix it in with your hand. Okay, so now I'm going in with 8 fluid ounces of hot water. I like to say use the water as hot as your hands can take it. Actually, darn it, this is really hot today. So you're going to mix in the bowl with your hands until a dough ball forms. You'll want to knead your dough for about 5 minutes or until the surface becomes sort of smooth and it springs back. Okay, so my dough is ready. What I'm going to do is just divide it. And actually my husband makes tortillas and he says that my recipe works better for 15 dough balls, so I'm gonna go for that today. So here I have a damp kitchen cloth or kitchen towel going right over my bowl. This is going to rest for at least 15 minutes. Okay, these are well rested. I'm going to start rolling these out. It really helps after rolling them out to rest on the side of the bowl. So since I have 5 already here sitting on the side of the bowl, I'm going to start preheating my griddle. So here I have a preheated hot griddle right before smoke point, and you'll just want to place your tortilla on the griddle and cook each side for about 10 seconds or so. It should bubble up just like this, and you'll want to give it a flip, let it puff and bubble up, and that lets you know the center is cooked. I like to flip it once more quickly and take it off the griddle, and just repeat the process. I want to add a good amount of oil in there. Now I'm going to add my potatoes. Going to add maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, some cracked black pepper. Cover it with the lid and lower the heat. And I'm just going to let them sort of brown, create a crust on the bottom at a very low heat covered for about 5 to 7 minutes. So at this point, the potatoes definitely have a good head start. I'm going to add my chopped bacon, the chopped tomato, jalapeno, and onion, and I'm going to saute this for about 7 to 10 minutes. And by that point, you're just going to want to cook that till the potatoes are cooked through. Potato hash is done, the tortillas are done. Now I'm going to take some of that potato hash, add it to a preheated pan, add 2 eggs. I'm just going to make 2 breakfast tacos. Scramble that up. You're going to cook it through, and that's done. So I'm going to take my fresh homemade flour tortillas and I'm going to slather it in some refried beans. These, I already had them made. Some cheese, I'm using pepper jack cheese, some of the scramble, some hot sauce, and that is my version of this hippo taco. I make this all the time and it's so good. I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it. And thanks for watching.